Sanchez orders his subordinates to form a defensive formation, rallying them to prepare for the incoming assault. At that very moment, a demon unleashes a powerful bolt of dark lightning, aiming it directly at Sanchez and his team. The suddenness of the attack leaves Sanchez frozen in shock, unable to move or react. The situation seems dire until Roman steps in, his shield raised to block the demon's strike. With a single decisive motion, Roman deflects the attack and saves Sanchez and his men. Turning to Sanchez, Roman instructs him to fall back, commanding him to regroup and leave the demons to him. Sanchez, still reeling from the near-death experience, hesitates, confused as to how Roman plans to take on so many demons alone. As Sanchez retreats, two demons flank Roman and unleash a dark flame spell, their fiery attacks hurtling toward him with deadly precision. Roman, however, remains composed. He raises his blade, channeling his sword aura to block the incoming flames with ease. In a flash, he closes the distance between himself and the demons, taking them down before they can react. The speed and precision of his strikes leave the remaining demons stunned. Undeterred, another demon steps forward and casts an earth magic spell, Entangle, summoning a tangle of thick, gnarled tree roots to ensnare Roman. The roots coil around him, seeking to trap him in place, but Roman quickly counters, slashing through the vines with his aura-infused sword. The display of strength and skill leaves the demons visibly shaken amid the chaos. Another demon fires a dark arrow spell from behind, the projectile racing toward Roman and detonating in a massive explosion upon impact. However, to the demon's astonishment, Roman not only survives but dodges the attack effortlessly. He retaliates immediately, dispatching the attacker with ruthless efficiency. Just as he gains the upper hand, Roman finds himself surrounded by half a dozen cloaked demons. One of them steps forward, casting a sixth circle magic spell, Flame Cannon, and unleashes a massive blast of fire directly at him. The intensity of the attack scorches the air, yet Roman stands unfazed. Calmly, he remarks, revealing the presence of black mages so openly. Is this confidence in victory, or something else? He pauses before adding, the Kronos Empire is truly arrogant. Roman activates his flame art technique, effortlessly withstanding the fiery assault. His unyielding stance shocks the demons. Addressing them with a cold, authoritative tone, he warns, if you wish to live, then struggle until the very end. On the other hand, the dark mage, clearly rattled, is stunned that even a sixth circle spell has no effect. With no other choice, the mage forcefully elevates his magic to the seventh circle, casting a devastating firestorm spell. The inferno engulfs Roman, but as the flames subside, it becomes clear that he remains unharmed. Without hesitation, Roman charges forward, his movements swift and decisive. In an instant, he strikes down the mage, his power leaving no room for resistance. As he stands over the defeated enemy, Roman commands the last remaining demon, deliver this message to your emperor. The road to Dimitry is long, but if Kronos wants to kill me, now is their best chance. With the immediate threat neutralized, Chris approaches Roman, visibly bruised but composed. He reports that their side's losses have been minimal, though the warriors of Valhalla have suffered heavily, losing nearly half their numbers. Roman acknowledges the situation, his expression grim. He orders Chris to prepare the troops immediately, as they will move to the trade city without delay. At that moment, a subordinate approaches Roman, requesting his attention for something urgent. This prompts Roman to recall a conversation with Alex, who once explained that mastering fire required a natural affinity for it. Alex recounted how his master gained such an affinity after surviving a traumatic incident as a child. The proof lay in the burn scars that covered half of his master's face. Alex also shared the mystery of mages disappearing across the continent years ago, an issue not limited to Phoenix but affecting many regions. While suspicions of a connection arose, the lack of evidence caused the disappearances to fade from memory. Returning to the present, Roman listens intently as his subordinate suggests that the appearance of this black mage might be tied to those long-forgotten events. The black mage's resemblance to the former Tower Master troubles Roman. He considers the possibility that the burn scars on the mage's face are coincidental, but is struck by how closely the mage's fire-based magic mirrors that of Phoenix. Roman begins to wonder if a form of black magic exists, one capable of forcing obedience. Determined to uncover the truth, he instructs Chris to use a magical imaging device to record the faces of the shadow demons, emphasizing the importance of identifying their identities later. Chris agrees and suggests formally raising the incident with the international community, stating that even the Kronos Empire cannot avoid accountability. Roman nods, adding that the Empire's willingness to risk exposure by revealing one of its three shadows, the Black Mage, speaks volumes. Roman further explains to Chris that dealing with a powerful nation like Kronos means only fragments of the truth can surface. However, this battle has already begun to unearth secrets long buried. Concluding the conversation, Roman orders Chris to prepare the troops, as they will depart for the trade city in 1 hour. Later that night, Sanchez approaches Roman, humbly requesting that he teach him and his subordinates how to fight the shadows. Roman, recognizing their determination, agrees, promising to share the technique through Chris. Surprised, Sanchez asks if Roman is serious. Roman reassures him, stating that the warriors of Valhalla have already proven their resolve and have earned the right to learn his technique. Overjoyed, Sanchez thanks Roman sincerely. The scene shifts to the next day, where Chris begins instructing Sanchez and his subordinates. He explains that there are two primary methods to exploit the weaknesses of the shadows. The first is to strike while the shadow bodies are being restructured, taking advantage of the brief gap in their defenses. The second is to sense the flow of the shadow's mana and sever the link binding their bodies. Sanchez and his subordinates look perplexed upon hearing this. Sanchez expresses his concern, noting that even as a 3-star Aura Knight, perceiving an opponent's mana flow is no simple task. He wonders aloud if Dimitry is filled with mana prodigies. The group discusses among themselves, questioning whether they can master such a technique in the limited time available before the upcoming battle. Overhearing their doubts, Chris silently acknowledges that teaching them will indeed take time.